NKTelco Sports, presented by Grand Lake Health. We are here at Sidney High School to bring you high school girls varsity basketball action, where the Buccaneers of XENIA take on the Yellow Jackets of Sidney. Tonight's game is being brought to you by American Trim, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Y-Gem, Precision Strip, Schwieterman Pharmacies, New Knoxville Supply Company, Ferguson Construction, Fowler's TV, Wilson House, Cy Schwieterman Incorporated, Carriage Works, and Kogi Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning. Again, welcome to Sidney High School. Along with Jeff Henson, I'm Dave Kidnapke for Miami Valley League action between the XENIA Buccaneers and the Sidney Yellow Jacket. The XENIA Buccaneers having a tough season so far, 0-5 on the young season. Sidney Yellow Jackets 5-2 so far, and Jeff, they have really turned it around from a 0-23 season last year.
At Grand Lake Health, we offer
with 5 wins. They're coming off a tough defeat against Butler. They took out that game to an early lead, lost it, but came back in the fourth quarter and 2 different times, I believe, took 1-point leads. Couldn't come up with a victory, though. They lose to Butler by 2 points, 53-51, to put them at 5-2, but 5 wins already this season. A nice turnaround, if you will, under first-year head coach Jamal Foster. And XENIA, they struggled last year. Their only win came against Sidney, and they've yet to win this year. So they've, again, under first-year head coach themselves, Jessica Threats, they're looking for some offensive rhythm and something to get them going offensively and try to pick up a win. But they're struggling again this year, and we'll look to improve it tonight against a pretty decent, improved Sidney Yellow Jackets team.
Yeah, Sidney team has some young talent, a couple of freshmen really leading them this year.
Yeah, Allie Stockton, one of those freshmen. She stands 5'10". She's averaging just under 17.5 points a game, also pulling down 8 points. And then you also have Lexi Brewer, a 5'5" freshman, just under 9 points a game and 6 rebounds. So those 2 youngsters have come up, and as a team together, they're playing better. First-year head coach, again, Jim Foster, has definitely turned this around a little bit. We'll see if they can keep that momentum going, and some young talent apparently on the way, and they'll try to foster that in with the upperclassmen as well, and keep their winning ways alive here and bounce back from that Butler loss.
XENIA and Sidney girls basketball action here, and we'll be back with the starting lineups when we return on NKTelco Sports.
At Grand Lake Health, we offer urgent care services within Joint Township District Memorial Hospital. Upon arrival, each patient is greeted and healthcare professionals assess the level of care required. Urgent care services extend your access to quality health care, complete for non-life-threatening problems. Our state-of-the-art facility and host of diagnostic and treatment options allow you to receive the treatment you deserve in a timely and courteous way. Grand Lake Health Systems, the highest quality health care for you and your family.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sidney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Welcome back to Grand Lake Health's presentation at NKTelco Sports. The starting lineups here. First, Bree, check that, number 4, Haley McManus. Number 10, Camilla Baker, 5'6" junior. And you see Bree Randall next. You see our starting lineup brought to you by American Trim on our screen. Number 12, Reagan Wakefield. Averages about 8 points a game. And Bryn Martis, a 5'5" sophomore. Head coach Jessica Threats in her first year at the helm of the XENIA Buccaneers. Now for the Sidney Yellow Jackets. 5-2 on the season under first-year head coach Jamal Foster. This is their American Trim starting lineups. Freshman guard number 3, Lexi Brewer, first in the Miami Valley League in steals, almost 5 a game. Well, check that out. Was Allie Stockton, was the leading scorer, 23. Then number 3, Lexi Brewer. Now number 5, Kelsey Kaiser, 5'4" junior. 22, Samantha Reynolds, a 6-foot junior, averages almost 9 points a game. And Hallie Truesdale, a 5'9" senior, rounds out the lineup for the Yellow Jackets. Jeff, while we got a minute, let's talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First, we'll start with the Xenia Buccaneers.
Well, Xenia, for them to get a victory tonight, they're going to want to focus on a couple things here. And first of all, they want to be able to limit the dribble penetration and paint scoring that they expect Sydney to try to do. Force them to stay outside. And with that, box out. Don't give Sydney any extra shots, one and done. And try to work the ball inside on their own offense and get it inside and make the easy shots. Finish at the rim in the interior. And for the Sydney Yellow Jackets, they want to defend and make the offense uncomfortable. So look for some tight defense by the ladies in the white shirts tonight. Push the pace for 4 quarters. Trust each other. Get the ball out and go. And also be patient and space on offense. And make sure you have that spacing, and makes the passing lanes much easier if you can make your easy shots in when you get those opportunities.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Xenia controlled the tip. They're the visiting team in the blue uniforms with the yellow or white trim. Offensive rebound by Haley McManus as she misses the first free throw. Manus is 5'7" sophomore guard.
One thing the Buccaneers have struggled to do this year, Dave, is make free throws. They are 0 for 2. They do get another rebound, but not shooting the ball very well from the line at all, and they turn it over here.
Lexi Brewer takes it to the hole, short on the layup. So go the other way. Bree Randall driving through traffic, shot up. Goes off a few legs. Ball on the floor. Xenia comes up with it, and now stolen away. Stockton with it. Freshman to the hoop, nice drives. Move. She'll shoot 2.
Kind of did that Euro step hop there and able to slide by defender diagonally with a big dribble over the top, protected it and drew the foul. She'll have 2 free throws coming up, and really for a team that really have only shot 2 quick shots here, they've had the ball very little time here in this first minute of the game.
Stockton's done a nice job of starting her varsity career. She misses the first one. In the first 7 games, she's averaging 17.4 points, also nearly 8 rebounds. So
on the season, 69% from the free throw line.
She misses a pair.
Both teams have missed their first 2 foul shots, and mentioned Xenia struggle as a team. They only shoot 47% from the free throw line. They're going to have a chance to improve that mark here.
Wakefield drives to the hole, and Reagan Wakefield will shoot 2.
Personal foul against Samantha Reynolds, her first, team second.
Both these teams, the members of the Valley Division of the Miami Valley League, first year for these schools in the newly formed Miami Valley League. Sydney on top, 3-1 in the league, 5-2 overall. Xenia 0-4 and 0-5 as Wakefield misses the first one.
Wakefield 15 of 28 on the season for the 5'10" junior, hits the second. Wakefield, 7 points a game, and more importantly, just over 8 rebounds. So watch for Wakefield on the glass.
Kaiser to Reynolds. There's Stockton, drives through the lane, and Allie will shoot 2 more foul shots.
Pretty aggressive with the ball, and she's a strong girl and kind of doesn't really force it, but when there's a crease, she takes advantage of it, and by all rights, the offense has the advantage. Unfortunately for the defense, you've got to be square on to play proper defense, and right now, Allie Stockton has made the not the Aviators, but the Buccaneers pay, although she's been unsuccessful from the foul line in her 3rd attempt.
She and Lexi Brewer came up off of last year's 8th grade team that went 15-2. As she hits the second one, we are tied at 1 on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Xenia
nice
breaks
pass.
the pressure and rolls in. Basket by Bryn Martis.
Martis with a bucket, give Reagan Wakefield the bullet pass. She threaded the needle.
Inside to Reynolds. Short. Follow rolls off there by Brewer. Xenia the other way. There's a 3-pointer Off the mark there by Martis. Rebound by Kaiser. Get it to Brewer as Yellow Jackets are pushing the tempo whenever they can. It's time to run through their set offense. Stockton. It's Hallie Truesdale. Stockton top of the key finds Reynolds. Xenia with a 2-point lead. Stockton off the glass and in. Give the assist to Reynolds.
Excellent bounce pass, and Stockton finishes, and you said Reynolds, a beautiful bounce pass to start to give her the opportunity.
Stockton all the way and one.
Wow, she is aggressive with the ball, did a heck of a job shielding the Xenia defender, Bree Randall, forcing her to foul her, but protected the ball, drew the foul, and still was aware to get up off the glass and give herself the bucket as well.
All 5 points so far by Sidney, scored by Allie Stockton.
Well, we've seen her in the open court take it right to the basket.
Completes the 3-point play. 6-3, Sidney. Full court pressure by the Yellow Jackets. And there's a steal, another one by Stockton. Again to the hoop, another foul. Another 2 shots coming up for Allie Stockton.
Good eyes by Stockton. That pass went across court, and anytime that ball is thrown roughly 50 feet sideways, it gives the defense, almost like a cornerback or a safety in football, a chance to get a good read on it. And she did exactly what she needed to do, and she takes it to the basket, gets fouled on by Camilla Baker.
Hits the first one. We talked about the Valley Division. Sidney on top at 3-1. Fairborn at 1-3. West Carrollton 1-3. Stebbins 0-3, and then Xenia at 0-4. Those are the league records. There's 2 there by Stockton.
Stockton, not only a freshman, a lot of basketball ahead of her, but she's 5'10", and we've seen her handle the ball very well. And she was a step away from another steal there as the pass go for Xenia too high. No one could even get it, but read it well. She was right there ready for another interception, if you will. But again, 5'10", and handles the ball pretty nicely. And again, a lot of basketball left for her, just a freshman.
As she's talking there to head coach Jamal Foster, 2007 Sidney graduate. Coach Foster, first time ever as a high school head coach. He's done a lot of coaching the AAU ranks. Just wanted to come back to Sidney, saw it as a great opportunity to improve the girls program. They'll go to Stockton off the glass and just overpowers their defender.
Posted up well, got a nice entry pass from the wing, and again, can turn and get the shot off by protecting it. Doesn't give Xenia a chance to get her hands on the ball. Good quarter for Stockton.
Shot in by Wakefield for the Buccaneers.
Wakefield's 3rd point, had a nice assist there last time.
Kaiser with a 3. Rebound by Truesdale, couldn't get it to fall. Xenia the other way. Xenia's running when they get the chance as well, and there's a layup by McManus.
Good job by Haley McManus, a 5'7" sophomore.
That pass went into Brewer, and she lost her footing. Coach Foster calls a quick timeout. Gives us a chance to remind you Grand Lakes Health presentation of NKTelco Sports is being brought to you by American Trim, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Ply Gem, Precision Strip, Schruderman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Cy Schruderman Incorporated, Wilson Health, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Ferguson Construction, American Trim, our starting lineup sponsor. Keys to the game sponsored by Keyhole Pizza. Our replays being brought to you by Winners Meats. We'll name a player of the game later on, sponsored by NKTelco on our first National Bank scoreboard. Pretty high-scoring game so far, 10-7 Sidney.
Yeah, halfway through almost, and both teams have been offensive here as of late. And really for Sidney, it's all been through Allie Stockton. She has all of their points, all 10, and she's done so by going at the basket. She's been to the line a number of times for free throws.
Pick and roll there. Reynolds got a little bit too far underneath the basket, not able to finish. Xenia back on the attack. As Sidney drops back into a pressure zone, and they cause the turnover on Xenia.
6 Buccaneer turnovers here in this first quarter, so they've limited their ability to get some shots off, and Sidney no turnovers, so give the Yellow Jackets kudos there as they've been able to, especially with this young girl handling the basketball, get some opportunities.
Lexi Brewer kicks it out to Reynolds. And the main defense being played by Xenia. Stockton now check that. Brewer with it, back to Stockton. Gives it up. Truesdale thought about a three. Kaiser through the lane with a runner. Rebound to Xenia.
Good move by Kaiser, just left it short, but again, going at the basket and being aggressive.
Brewer almost came up with a steal there. There's a three there by Martis. We'll have an over the back called on Xenia. Foul McManus, number 4.
Her first, team's number 5.
For substitute, or check that, substitution for Xenia. Bree Randall returns back in the game.
I believe Kelly Hatfield, 23, was a support player that came in maybe during a timeout, not for sure when, but she's a sixth person, or the first one off the bench was Hatfield, number 23.
Kaiser to Reynolds. Lexi Brewer now will reset the half-court offense, coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Along with Jeff Henshin, I'm Dave Kanapke. Glad you're joining us here on NKTelco Sports. Kaiser trying to drive, kicks it out to Brewer. Almost stolen. Brewer gets it back. A runner, too strong. Ball will go out of bounds. It will go over to Xenia. Let's have our first Yellow Jackets substitution as Peyton Wiley, number 10, into the game. 5'5" sophomore.
Yeah, I missed one other Xenia player, number 15, right there with the basketball, Kendall Sherman. She came in earlier in this quarter. Unless you mentioned it, I missed it, but she's in as well.
3 by Martis. Bryn Martis ties the game at 10 apiece.
Her 12th made three-point shot of the season. She came in hitting on 31%.
And Wiley comes in the game and strokes a 3.
Instant offense. Her 5th made three-pointer, just 20% on the season, but a big shot there. And they said just in the game, less than 10 seconds, and knocks down the triple to answer Xenia's triple.
Traveling on Sherman of Xenia. Let's try to go a little bit too fast. 2:30 to go, 13-10. Sidney on our First National Bank scoreboard. Sidney 5-2. Xenia 0-5 overall here in this Wednesday night league game. Xenia being coached by Jessica Threat. She's also the head volleyball coach as well. As Stockton takes it to the hoop and draws the foul again.
Has a busy fall and winter schedule then, those two sports.
You don't see that very often anymore.
No.
It's rare to have somebody who's a head coach for 2 sports, let alone back-to-back seasons like that. As Stockton adds another free throw.
After missing her first 3 foul shots, she's now connected on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row.
Michaela Hury in the game for the Yellow Jackets. 5'10" junior as Stockton hits a pair.
12 points all here in the first quarter for Stockton. A good start for her. Her team with 15.
Step back shot there by Martis. Rebound McManus and in. Haley McManus.
Second chance opportunity. The 4th offensive rebound by the Buccaneers in the first quarter. They put that one back for points for McManus. Her 4th point of the game.
Almost a steal there by Randall, but she stepped on the sideline. So it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. 15-12, and Xenia does not look like an 0-5 team.
No, they don't. I mean, they've turned the ball over 7 times. That's probably their Achilles heel here in the first quarter, and they fouled the wrong girl, Stockton, too many times, but Stockton's been aggressive. She's given a little bit of space, and she's exposed their defense to beating them to the spot. She's been rewarded with foul shots, and she's hit them for the most part. So take away the turnovers. Yes, Xenia much better shape, but they're only trailing by 3. You'd think with all those turnovers and Stockton having such a good first quarter, it would be worse, but right now the Buccaneers hanging in there, looking for their first win of the season. Might have been an illegal screen.
They will call a reach-in foul instead on Kendall Sherman, number 15 for Xenia.
Her 2nd personal foul. Bonus situation now for Sidney already here with 1:20 to go, still in the first quarter. Didn't know if maybe they were going to get the screener for moving. I didn't really see much, but evidently as Sherman fought over the pick, maybe too much contact there, but the foul goes against Sherman, her 2nd.
Cassidy Truesdale, 5'9" sophomore in the game for Reynolds, and Lexi Brewer will shoot the 1-and-1. first in the Miami Valley League in steal, third in assist. This is the free throw. Rebound to Xenia. Randall. Brewer tries to steal and will go out of bounds.
Brewer pretty quick. You know, good reason why she has a number of steals and has an aggressive little demeanor about herself.
Sherman with the basketball. Sidney stays in there. I'll call it a matchup zone. Looks like a 3-2 zone. Randall gives it to Sherman. Under a minute to go here, first quarter. It'll be a turnover against timeout by Xenia. It'll be another 30-second timeout. Will give us an opportunity to remind you that NKTelco and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replay of high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Replay time for this game is Thursday, December 19th at 6 p.m. and Sunday, December 22nd at noon. You can also watch the games on demand when you want on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and on nktelco.com. Under a minute to go, 55 seconds to be exact. Yellow Jackets lead the Buccaneers 15-12 on our First National Bank scoreboard.
The Yellow Jackets did a nice job defensively. You know, they've already caused 7 turnovers, and with all that, you know, again, just a 3-point lead. But definitely forced Buccaneers into some ill-advised passes. There's another one, and a steal by Brewer.
Brewer gives it up to Wiley. Peyton loses the handle, and we have a jump ball. It'll stay on the Sidney side. It's a good steal there by Brewer.
Sorry, Dave. Yeah, going back to Sidney's head coach, Jamal Foster, you know, keys of the game, he talked about defend, make them uncomfortable. We've seen, I think, what he wants them to do, and it's one thing to want to do that, but he seemingly has some bodies that can do it. You know, Brewer and Stockton for sure, very aggressive and can move around along with the other ones. They've been able to keep up, if you will, with the Xenia offense. So sometimes if you don't have the personnel to do that, you can't defend as aggressively as maybe you would like.
There's a steal by Sherman of Xenia.
I have that down as Sidney's first turnover.
And there's Stockton.
The steal
all the way and in. Oh, too strong. Too strong on the layup. It goes out of bounds to Xenia.
Stockton, you know, it's kind of neat. She stole it, did everything but put the ball in the basket, but kind of a smile on her face. I mean, I think she makes 9 out of 10 of those layups most of the time, but you know, some kids will bury their head and pout, if you will, a little bit, and that's discouraging. You got to forget it. Yeah, you missed a shot. You're not going to make them all. She made a great play. I'm sure she's going to get a chance to try to do it again.
Sherman through traffic. That's blocked by Truesdale. Under 3 seconds. Wiley will try the 3. That'll be short. We've played 1 quarter here at Sidney High School. Our score in the First National Bank scoreboard, Yellow Jackets 12, Yellow Jackets 15, Buccaneers 12 here on NKTelco Sports.
Hey Minster, this is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey Botkins, I'm Brett Gersner with NKTelco, and we are here for you and to help you operate your business network.
Hey Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with Hometown Pride.
Hi Rishi, I'm Tim Metzger, and we are here for you for your installation of your telephone, cable TV, and internet.
Contact NKTelco at 1-888-NKTelco.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
1 quarter in the books here in Grand Length Health presentation of NKTelco Sports. The Yellow Jackets with a 3-point lead.
And they did so on some good play by Allie Stockton. She scores all but 3 of their points in the first quarter. She finished the quarter with 12. In the first quarter, Sidney shoots 4 of 14 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3-point range. Xenia, on the other hand, 5 of 11 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3-point range, but where Sidney did her damage was 6 of 9 from the foul line. Got there a lot of times in 9 attempts. and cashed in on a high percentage.
Shot off the mark by Wakefield. Stockton and I'll take it across the timeline. Brewer out of the game right now. Reynolds gives up to Haley Truesdale.
Sidney with just one first quarter turnover. Xenia committed 9.
Kaiser to Hallie Truesdale. Takes it to the hoop. Fortunate to draw the foul.
Kind of got it a little bit out of stride, but strong enough to muscle it towards the basket and pick up the personal foul. And kind of a tough shot for a right-hander going to her left, and didn't feel comfortable putting the left hand to finish, but able to get it in the right side and at least get a shot off. Foul goes against number 12, Reagan Wakefield.
Good look at the senior there, Hallie Truesdale. Misses the first free throw.
Truesdale, a basketball player here obviously tonight, but in the fall on Friday night, she was busy. For 4 years, she was Sydney's place kicker on the football team, and not just a place kicker, but a very good place kicker. Her PATs in her 4-year career, she made 130 point after touchdowns in 151 attempts. That's 87% of her point after touchdowns were made, and she added in some field goals there as well, but a fine job for Truesdale as a kicker.
87% is impressive at high school. Heck, I'll take that. Some NFL kickers seem like they have more trouble than that. So we have a turnover by Xenia.
So they had a great career, and
a lot of good Sidney teams in there as well. So
had some, her sophomore year, she kicked 55 out of 62, so a lot of points were scored that 2 seasons ago.
Stockton kicks it out.
Boy, Stockton goes hard, throws hard, aggressive, and then when she doesn't have the ball, she is getting ready to score. Hands always ready, asking for the ball, just not that you're going to get it all the time, but ready for it if it would come to her.
Stockton shot too strong, stays on the Sidney side as Lexi Brewer comes back, and now Stockton will get a break.
And she plays fast, and again, when she gets the ball, she's ready to do something versus catching it, spin her body, pivot, squat, get ready to shoot. That takes too long. She's playing at a different gear and can go to the basket.
Three-pointer in and out by Wiley. Followed there by Truesdale. Reynolds will turn around. 3 attempts, not able to fall for the Yellow Jackets. Well, the timeout on the floor by Xenia.
Another 30-second timeout.
I'd like to remind you, Grand Lake Health's presentation of NKTelco Sports being brought to you by American Trim, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Ply Gem, Precision Strip, Schruderman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Cy Schruderman Incorporated, Wilson Health, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Ferguson Construction, our Keys to the Game sponsor, Keyhole Pizza, our replay sponsor, Winners Meats, Player of the Game sponsored by NKTelco. On our First National Bank scoreboard, Sidney leads Xenia by 4. Got a chance on that timeout there to see the head coach Jessica Threats with her squad. She's already burned a couple 30-second timeouts, but trying to correct things as her 0-5 team right in this game. Loses a handle. Truesdale comes up with it. Brewer tries to pass it underneath, stolen away. Xenia the other way. Baker, spin move and in.
Nice move. Camilla Baker lost the handle the last time she had it, but boy, ended up with it again and wasn't shy. Did a nice little pivot move down there, protected the ball and got it off the glass for her first point of the game.
Brewer takes one too many steps.
Drug the back foot and quickly Sidney, who only had 1 first quarter turnover, back-to-back turnovers here in the second quarter for the third of the game.
Only 1 point scored so far for Sidney, 2 for Xenia. I knew I would say that at some point.
I thought the same thing today. I thought I haven't done many high school games that begin with an X.
Shot up there by Withers. Rebound on the floor, and we will have a jump ball. It will go to the Sidney side.
And this is probably one of the few times I've actually had to look up. Honestly, I did not know Xenia's mascot.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers. I would have thought it'd have been the Tornadoes.
I think I knew that as last year at the boys' game, Sidney and Xenia, and they had Samari Curtis, who ended up being Mr. Basketball, and he scored, I think, around 50 points. Andre Gordon had in the 30s. They put on a show. Xenia won that, or check that, Sydney won that game. It was a great game, a great crowd here at Sydney High School on that night, on a Tuesday night. And now the girls battling there as we'll have another jump ball. So it'll be Xenia basketball.
Yeah, the offense slowing down a bit here, Dave, and if you take away the free throw shooting by the Yellow Jackets, they're 7 of 10 or 7 of 11. There wouldn't be a lot of points for them. Neither of these teams shoot real well from the field.
Stockton with the 3. Wiley probably should have went up with that shot up, battling for it. Wiley comes up with it. Stockton as they work it around the perimeter.
But the shooting percentage for the Yellow Jackets just 31% overall. And on the other side, Xenia just at 28%. So not high percentage field goal shooting. And right now we're seeing some of those side effects, if you will, of not having a good, consistent or a good shooter from the field.
Wiley with a 3 that's partially blocked. Reynolds got the rebound but not able to finish there. Go to Xenia. And there's a steal by Stockton. 3-on-1. She'll give it up to Reynolds. Samantha puts it up. Stockton will follow. One attempt, gets it back to Reynolds. A lot of bumping. It will go out of bounds, and this time they will call the foul. It will be on Xenia. I thought it might have been on Sydney on the rebound, but it will be on Xenia. It will be Peyton Wiley to shoot 2 foul shots. You check that 1-and-1.
That's a number of off. They had at least 3 or 4 shots here because Reynolds took 2 shots. Stockton missed 1, so there's
3 right there.
3 misses plus the offensive rebound here. I think that's her 9th offensive rebound of this quarter.
Wiley.
So, big chance for them here on the 1+1 to get some points off of it.
You know what? Offensive rebounds are good, but you got to turn them into points or they don't really mean anything. And here they did get at least 1 free throw here.
Yep. And Wiley, not many attempts on the season from the free throw line, just 3. She's 2 of 3. So nice percentage, just not a lot of volume, but she makes both of them.
Wiley already with 5 points. She averages 6 off the bench. Breakaway in and out there by Martis.
That's a tough miss. A chance to score in transition.
Brewer puts up a shot off the mark. Rebound Hury.
Another offensive rebound. See if the Yellow Jackets can capitalize. And from memory, unless I'm marking these down wrong, it's been some wild possessions. They've had multiple looks, but really haven't been able to capitalize too much.
Stockton. Too short. Truesdale battling for the rebound. Goes to the floor hard.
Wow.
No call, and they will stop it there as she hit the back of her head. And I think she's okay. You know, tough girl. She plays football, so.
Yeah. And, I heard that one from up here.
Yeah, it was. Surprised there wasn't a foul, but there's a lot of contact under there.
And she fell down holding the ball, really no way to protect her fall. And I'm just more surprised why they don't anymore.
Stockton to the hoop, in and out.
And more free throws coming up for Stockton. Shot 9 of them in the first quarter.
Get another look here in our winners meets replay is Allie Stockton. A nice strong move, just couldn't get it to roll. And the freshman will shoot a pair of free throws. It's the first one. Now up to 13 points on the night.
7 made free throws in a row for Stockton. Make it 8.
Sydney's schedule so far, they lost the first game against Russia in double overtime. Then they won 5 straight over Lehman, Fairborn, Piqua, Indian Lake, and Stebbins before they lost a 2-point game at Vandalia Butler. And Vandalia Butler leads the other division, the Miami division. So
yeah, lost it at the Student Activity Center and had a lead early. Fell behind and came back a couple times and went ahead, but just could not hold on to the lead and lost by 2 points.
Kenia Baker drains the 3.
Had that nice spin move earlier in the quarter where she went down and pivoted off the block. This time hits an 18-footer for her 4th point.
Wiley will do a 3. Stockton follow in. Great job of boxing out her defender and finishes, and another chance of the three-point play.
Take another look out here. Good positioning, and evidently was hit in there by number 4, Haley McManus, but more free throws coming up for, or just one, I should say, here.
In and out. Wiley with the rebound, but throws it away. Wiley almost comes up with the steal, but it ends up going out of bounds. But good hustle by Peyton Wiley.
I have Sidney down for 10, 11, 12, 13 offensive rebounds here in the quarter. And they've unofficially turned those into 4 points. So a lot of opportunities, a lot of multiple looks. Probably would like to have cashed in a few more times, but
McManus,
is what it is.
Shot is short. Xenia on this season, their losses have been to Shawnee, West Carrollton, Tippecanoe, Troy, and Piqua. Right now I'm battling pretty good Sidney squad here tonight. Brewer kicks it to Wiley. 3 attempt, too strong. Foul will go against Sidney.
Just their 3rd foul of the half.
You know, look at the keys to the game that Coach Foster gave us. Defend every play, make them uncomfortable. Oh, yeah. Push the pace for 4 quarters. Definitely.
Yes, and
shot off the mark there by Baker.
Yeah, they definitely have pushed the pace, and you know they've been letting it fly.
Won't go out of bounds. Will stay with Sidney.
Again, the shooting percentages just not as high as you would like. They've had a number of shots, and their shooting woes have only made 1 field goal here in the 2nd quarter. Have the Yellow Jackets, and they've taken quite a few. I'm sure the percentage is going to be very low, but that's kind of hampered their ability to pull away from Xenia.
Nice drive by Lexi Brewer, and she'll get a chance at the 3-point play.
Another heady play by Brewer, just a freshman. Again, finishes with a left hand. That is something you don't normally see a lot of, and look very natural at it. So good play by her, going with a left-hand dribble and drawing some contact. So these are a couple freshmen we've spoken about, Allie Stockton and Lexi Brewer, and they both have been instrumental, I would say, so far in Sidney's success so far this season.
His first basket for Brewer, she misses it. She averages 8.6 on the season. Also 6 rebounds. That's pretty impressive for a 5'5" point guard. 3-pointer there by Randall. Rebound and put up by Hatfield for Xenia.
Offensive rebound for points. Just their 2nd offensive rebound for the quarter, but they turned it into points.
Brewer drives, and before the pass was thrown away, I think there was a foul called.
Kind of got bailed out, I think, from that angle. Maybe it looked like she was bumped. She kind of, I won't say it was out of control, but she's creative enough to kind of go in the air and twist and contort her body a little bit and try to throw it to a teammate, but instead will pick up the foul, the 2nd personal foul from Baker, and double bonus.
It's that dead bounce off the back of the rim and the backboard to go in, as returning is Cassidy Truesdale. Brewer, the 2nd leading scorer with 8.6, tied with Reynolds. Number 1 is Stockton at 17.4. Misses the 2nd one. 7-point lead for Sidney. Coming up on a minute 20 before halftime. Drive to the hoop, blocked by Brewer, but they'll get Lexi on the foul. Got a lot of ball, but unfortunately she followed through and got some body.
Yeah, definitely making contact. And maybe it was clean upstairs, but there was contact downstairs. And still, though, you know, I like what you see in Brewer. Just plays aggressive, and just her first foul, so very aware of what she's done. You know, doesn't really hurt, but being aggressive, and at least the attempt. You hate to see the foul, but kind of challenged the shooter there, if you will. And
Camille Baker hits the first free throw. Baker averages just under 6. Their leading scorers is Kendall Sherman, number 15, with a little over 8, and Wakefield 7.8. As Stockton with the rebound. Sidney trying to set up their half-court offensive time. Is there's a nice give and go off the pick and roll. Reynolds followed by Truesdale. Trying to get another one in this. See, they'll call it jump ball. No foul, jump ball there.
Another offensive rebound, a couple looks here. Truesdale Cassidy not able to finish the miss by Reynolds, but another look here. This will be their third shot in this possession.
Brewer 3, too strong. Rebound Martis. Pass ahead to Randall. She is fouled. That'll be the second foul on Brewer.
How I like Brewer challenging the shot the last possession. That one kind of uncalled for, but for her, it's her second. You have to be careful there, but for the team, just her fourth, so no free throws.
Brewer will leave in favor of Wiley.
Should say the fifth team foul on Sidney, so she's the only Yellow Jacket with any multiple fouls.
Randall trying to make a move through the lane, shot up. Contact, no foul. Stockton the other way, pushing the tempo all the way. Offensive foul. They'll get her on a foul on the off arm. Call you don't see a whole lot.
No, Kelly Hatfield was there. It wasn't, Hatfield definitely was stationary, and I thought Stockton kind of went off the shoulder a little bit. There was contact. Take another look here, and I've seen worse. I mean, it's a tough call. I mean, there was contact. Who do you give it to? Or is it a foul for the defense standing still, and the offensive girl kind of just runs beside her and hits her? I don't know.
Coming up on 20 seconds. Wiley's open for the layup, swatted away by Randall.
Good defensive play by Randall to take a high percentage shot away from the Yellow Jackets.
So Sidney with 18.9 to go before halftime, trying to extend that 6-point lead. Truesdale, Wiley.
Oh, dangerous pass.
Now to Stockton at the elbow. Yes. Allie Stockton now with 18 points in the first half.
18 of the 27, and good job by her pulling up a jumper.
Shot off the mark by Hatfield. We go to halftime on our first National Bank scoreboard. Good Miami Valley League game. Xenia trails Sidney by 8. We'll be back with the first half stats when we return on NKTelco Sports.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back to the Grand Lake Health presentation of NKTelco Sports. We're at halftime here at Sidney, where the Yellow Jackets with an 8-point lead with the first half stats. Mr. Jeff Henshin.
Well, thank you, Dave. As we talked about during the game, field goal shooting was not at a premium. Xenia just 8 of 25 for 32%. And Sidney worse than that, 8 of 38. That's 21%. Neither team shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc. You see Xenia 1 of 5, Sidney 2 of 9. Difference in the game right now, Yellow Jackets getting to the free throw line, connecting on 63% of their free throws so far, 12 of 19. Xenia just 33%, 2 of 6. The rebounding margin right now, 9-board advantage for Sidney. They had 19 offensive rebounds, and mentioned that during the second quarter and such, and just could not really capitalize much. Did get maybe 4 points off those, but with the opportunities, just didn't come away with a lot of points. And the turnover margin, Xenia should be fortunate going down by 8 with that many turnovers, really taking their offense out of rhythm. And Sidney, again, maybe not always capitalizing on them, but Allie Stockton, what a first half she's had. Leads all scores with 18. Also scoring for Sidney, Lexi Brewer with 3. And Peyton Wiley with 5, and Haley Truesdale with a point.
Turnover, layup. Stockton now with 20.
And for Xenia, leading scorer Camilla Baker with 5 points. Also Brianna Martis with 5.
Shot off the mark there by Martis. Stolen back by Xenia. Reagan Wakefield will go to the line and shoot 2.
Wakefield 3 points back in the first quarter.
Let's get a look on the replay. Brewer had it, the rebound, and then she lost it. Wakefield is fouled. Wakefield misses the first free throw.
Michaela Hurry, the personal foul against Sidney, her first. Wakefield 15 of 28 coming into the game from the free throw line. Misses both them. She's now 1 for 4 on the night.
Wide open there, Kaiser. 3-pointer off the mark. McManus, long 2.
Yep, long 2, had her foot on the line.
Pass up ahead to Sherman. There's a long 2 by McManus. That will go out of bounds, and it'll be Sidney ball. Just joined us, Sidney 5-2. They lost their first game to Rushi in double overtime, and then they won 5 in a row before falling to Vandalia Butler by 2 in their last game. Trying to extend their lead in the Valley Division of the MVL League. Right now with a 10-point lead. And there's a steal by Wakefield.
Good hands by Wakefield. Good hustle, though, by Stockton. But Wakefield creates the turnover. Second of the quarter of Sidney already. They only had 3 in the first half. Almost matched that here in the first minute, 7 seconds.
McManus will inbound it. Xenia, on the other hand, looking for their first win yet. They are 0-5. Wakefield to the hoop and in.
Nice move by the 5'10 junior. Little dribble drive and protected the ball. Her 5th point of the night.
Brewer gives up to Kaiser. Peary. Stockton with a 3 ball. In and out. Peary comes up with it. Michaela's, that will go out of bounds. So it will stay with Sidney.
Sidney was 4 of 14 from the field in the first quarter, 4 of 24 in the second quarter. So a number of shots as a result of a number of offensive rebounds by the Yellow Jackets. Just a percentage not that great to convert.
Truesdale's shot, she loses it or blocked it, but she hustles back to get the jump ball. Her possession will stay with Sidney. Stockton will inbound it again. Brewer to the hoop, not able to finish.
Classmate to classmate, they don't connect, but again, both those girls play much, let's say, older than what they are. I mean, they're the aggressors.
And to play as a freshman in a Division I program, school as Sidney.
Personal, yeah, as something said, you know, their 8th grade season, you mentioned they had a good record last year as a junior high, middle school. So they're trying to bring some of that enthusiasm and winning, let's say, winning ways to the high school level and help out the upperclassmen as well. Haley Truesdale picked up the foul.
3-pointers off the mark. Sherman tried to inbound it, but will go out of bounds. Lehman has not had a winning season since, well, it's been 3 years since their last winning season. They had 5 straight from 2013 to 17 under Coach Megan Mummy, who is now a head coach at Urbana University.
Yeah, she was, I think, a standout athlete here as well, her high school years. And
Sidney went 24-1 back in 2016. It's probably the pinnacle of those years. And Brewer with the tray.
6 points for now. Got the ball down the court, a little behind the back dribble, and got it back and cashed it in for a 3-point shot.
Wakefield with a follow. Brewer behind the back, and much to the delight of the fans. Truesdale shot partially blocked. We go the other way. Drive to the hoop. McManus, I think that was partially blocked by Stockton. And we'll go out of bounds, so stay with the Buccaneers as Samantha Reynolds checks back in the lineup. She replaces Michaela Hury.
Sydney right here a chance to really kind of maybe open up this game a little bit. They only opened up an 8-point lead at halftime, but have the, how do I say, maybe the momentum now to kind of get some quick scores here. And
Brewer very fast with the dribble.
Yeah,
a lot
again,
of speed.
That's something that, whether or not she makes a mistake at the end or not, at least she can handle the ball and has some creativity, can go one-on-one. And I believe that's the second time. I think she made the left-hand layup on the other end of the court. This time she draws the foul against number 15, Kelly Sherman.
This is the first one. Camilla Baker into the game, number 10 for XENIA. Brewer with 6 points. Now 7.
But if you can have a team, and again, defensive, just heads-up play there, knowing where the pass was going and finishing.
Nice runner there by Brewer.
But you go back, if you have a point guard, that is more than half the battle. There's a good shot by McManus. It's so critical in high school basketball, especially for girls.
And there's Brewer again, showing her speed and taking over here in the second half.
Her classmate had a great first quarter, and Brewer's responded well here in the third quarter. But being able to handle the ball against pressure and get through defenders and help your teammates out, that is so critical. And then if you have a girl off the ball such as Stockton that can catch and do things going to the basket strong, aggressive, make, draw contact, yet finish and get shots to fall. Those are a couple of key ingredients. And, and the other girls have filled in very nicely. They have some, good size. Reynolds is 6-foot junior. Stockton's big. Truesdale 5'9". The other Truesdale 5'9". Wiley's hit a three-pointer. So, just a lot of good components right now for Coach Foster.
Future looks pretty bright. Even this season, I should say, looks pretty bright. He's extending. Stockton shot off the mark, already off to a good start at 5-2. Kaiser tried to steal one, but
again, they're running right with the offense, and they get called for the reach in there. But really, the pressure defense, they haven't been burnt too many times where that aggressive play has hurt them.
You seem like in girls basketball, the very good teams are the ones that can pressure.
Yes.
It's a key ingredient, and Sydney's definitely able to do that. And Wakefield rebounds his own miss. Reagan Wakefield will shoot two as we get another look.
Truesdale will pick up the personal foul, number 14, her second. And you talk about pressure defense. You have to, again, you may say, I want to be a coach, I want to pressure defense. Well, if you have girls that aren't really that quick, you have to be careful how you do that, because it can be a huge disadvantage. Not only pressure, but then if you have secondary rows that can pick off passes as the offense begins to panic. If you have that in the back row or the secondary, then that makes that pressure defense pay off more, and you get flipped down the court, you score in transition, and what better way to score when it's 1-on-none versus 5-on-5.
Right, and that's what Coach Foster is trying to implement in his program and what he wants to do, and they're only 7 games into this. It's still a work in progress. There's probably some things to work on in the half court, but the mindset of the pressure defense to push the tempo at all times, the girls have definitely bought into there. And there's a three by Kelsey Kaiser.
Her first made three-point bucket of the game, her 4th of the season for the 5'4" junior.
McManus a long two. Brewer goes off of her hands.
She goes down, but she pops back up. I think she's going to take herself out of the game, so hopefully it's just a bump and she can recover. A big part of their success is
Stockton, I think, just fell a little awkwardly as she takes a break. Shot off the mark there by XENIA. Up with the shot there was Kelly Hatfield.
Yep. Good turnaround, just left it short on the glass, but used her body, and
Brewer gets her own pass back. Kaiser loses it out of bounds. Couldn't find a handle there, and into the game is Cassidy Truesdale, number 20. 5'9" sophomore. 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. 13-point lead on our First National Bank scoreboard. Think first, First National Bank. Randall trying to drive Brewer almost with another steal. Gives it up to Manus. Traffic, I think, partially blocked there. Kaiser comes up with the rebound, and she is fouled in the backcourt.
And Brewer not only aggressive with the basketball, but very aggressive on the point guard for the, in this case, XENIA tonight. You know, your speed, able to do that. And, you know, it's nothing worse than being a point guard and having like that gnat in the summer that just won't get away from your face as you're trying to, you know, drink your favorite adult beverage. She's just that type of player.
And another three by Kelsey Kaiser.
Back-to-back triples for Kaiser, now 5 of them on the season. And this is that lead now. It's up to 16, so Sidney beginning to take advantage of the turnovers they've been creating, plus the offensive rebound. They've just flat out been able to shoot better this third quarter. I'll be interested to see what the percentages are, but much better than what they did in the first couple. Again, they shot 21% in the first half. They're going to improve on that here in the third quarter, and by doing so, they've opened up what was an 8-point lead at halftime, now up to 16.
Drive to the hoop there. Kaiser couldn't get it to fall as it rolls off.
She caught it out here on the three-point line. Thought she would go for 3 in a row, but made a smart play. The defense came up, and she attacked the basket.
There's Brewer for the layup. Lexi Brewer.
Beneficiary of the pressure defense. She was waiting for the girl to panic. They got her a double team. The pass up in the air. Brewer did a nice job reading it and intercepting it.
Timeout on the court. You're watching high school girls basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Welcome back to Grand Lake Health's presentation of NKTelco Sports. The Sydney Yellow Jackets, with a big third quarter, has broke this game open.
They've done so with some pretty good play by Lexi Brewer. We talked about Allie Stockton in the first quarter. Freshman Brewer's done a very nice job here with 10 of their points. 10 of their third quarter points have come off the hands of Lexi Brewer.
XENIA breaks the pressure, and Brewer comes back and blocks it, but draws the foul. Good hustle by Brewer.
Well, number 3 will pick up her 3rd foul, and again, she made up a lot of ground, and
that's good hustle there.
Pretty
clean.
Yeah. But we had a good angle, and it was slow motion, so a lot of times you go up and challenge that. You got to almost go for the block when it's out of their hands, but it looked like a pretty good play. And
shot up there by Camilla Baker.
Baker was 6 now. Had 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the second quarter, where she scored her first 5 points. Now 1, 2 for 3, 2 for 4.
Reynolds with the rebound.
Reynolds does a nice job rebounding, and she's averaging nearly 9 points a game and 8 rebounds. And again, 6-foot junior, a lot of length there, and Reynolds kind of doing the dirty work. She has yet to score tonight, but she's pulled down a number of rebounds.
She's had some opportunities, just hasn't had it to fall. Shot up by Wiley. Reynolds battling for the rebound, but XENIA comes up with it. Baker with the basketball. Triple team up ahead to Wakefield. Shot up there. Almost a steal there by
Kaiser. That time 5 versus 5. Kaiser fouls Withers, and I don't think it was shooting. No, it was out of bounds. So, yep. Well, again, angles and arm moving forward.
And sometimes the anticipation of what the referees see. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just The longer they see it coming, it's like, oh, that's going. Sometimes a foul can be anticipated, so to speak. Ball on the floor will go off of Sidney. It will stay with XENIA. It was 27-19 at halftime, and Sidney's outscored XENIA 18-9. And Reynolds saved it, but didn't have a teammate to save it back, and Baker. And there's a steal by Brewer. Good hustle. Good anticipation where the pass was going.
Exactly right. She was running from the backcourt and
shot up by Truesdale, and Cassidy Truesdale will shoot two.
Yeah, Brewer is a nice little player. Again, plays aggressive with confidence, maybe is another word to use, and has had a few mistakes here and there, but for the most part, her positives have definitely outweighed her negatives. And free throw here for Cassidy Truesdale.
Southmore hits it. Just three seniors, or just check that. 1, 2, 3 seniors on this Sidney team. So a relatively young team. The only one that starts is Hallie Truesdale. So this season and the years ahead look pretty bright in this Sidney Yellow Jacket program. Truesdale hits a pair, and then she commits the foul.
Truesdale hit those 2 free throws, came in at just 4 of 12 on the season, and kind of got her leg extended and tripped up Withers, and she is still down.
While she's on the floor, we will step aside on NKTelco Sports.
At CAPT, we use hometown opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
Mari Withers being helped off the court. Hopefully she'll be back soon and on the court as she just inadvertent contact. I think she must have fell wrong there on one of her legs.
And it's a free throw situation, so they will get to pick a shooter, and I'm not real sure what the rule is, if it's anyone. I know at one point it can be someone even off the bench. And the other team doesn't get to pick it. We'll see once how they elect to do this. They have 5 players on the court now. And don't put 31 up there. We don't know who she is.
It doesn't necessarily have who comes in?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not for sure, but I don't have 31 on my roster.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't either.
But I do have this sheet here. And she's not on the one that at the gate.
That one rolls in.
And here's even their official copy that they handed out, and I don't see a 31 on there either.
Shot rolled in. Off the mark. Reynolds with the rebound. A little bit of too hard of a pass, but Brewer saves it back to Reynolds. So Wiley shoots the 3. Brewer offensive rebound. Tipped around. XENIA comes down with it. Randall, now it's Truesdale, a battle. XENIA almost stepped out of bounds there. Baker coming back the other way, stolen by Sidney. Brewer. Nice pass to Reynolds. Assist Brewer, Reynolds with the basket.
Good to see Samantha Reynolds dent the scoring column. She's done a lot of good stuff tonight. Her first points of the game, has had some shots, has not been able to make any go in and get her first points of the game.
Cassidy Truesdale will pick up her foul as well, her second foul in a matter of about a minute. Game time at least, as Kelly Hatfield will be shooting 1-1 for the 5'5" senior, one of 3 seniors on this team for XENIA. Hits it. Hatfield with her 3rd point tonight. Averages 5 on the season.
3 of 6 from the line coming in. Make it 4 for 7 and 5 for 8.
XENIA averages 44 points a game. They're at 31, so they're pretty well right on that pace. Sidney averages 49, and they're right at 49 already here.
With a quarter left to go.
Brewer gives it up to Truesdale. Kaiser, a runner. Rebound McManus. 15 seconds to go. Baker will be bumped and will shoot the 1-and-1 as Kaiser draws the foul.
I have Kaiser down now. That'll be her 4th foul. Remember, she missed the runner there in the lane. And sometimes you miss that shot, you play a little bit more aggressive defense because you're upset at yourself, and she just played too physical that far away. But again, you got to give credit for Coach Foster's team. They play in your face and make handling the ball very difficult and very uncomfortable.
Kaiser leaves in favor of senior number 13, Caitlin Van Sant, as Baker will shoot the 1-and-1. Camilla shot in.
Camilla now with 7 points in the game, 5 in the first half, and has hit on 2 of 3 foul shots so far here in the third quarter.
Junior hits a pair. Sidney with 12 seconds to go here in the quarter. Brewer just glides up the court. Van Sant gives it over in, rolls into Reynolds. Samantha Reynolds with the basket to close out the third quarter. With the score on the First National Bank scoreboard, Yellow Jackets by 18. We'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to Grand Lakes Health presentation of NKTelco Sports, and a big third quarter for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, they do so with much better field goal shooting in the third quarter. 9 of 21, just under probably 50%, maybe around 40%. But they score 24 points, and many of them, 2, 4, 6, 10 of them, 10 of the 24 came from Lexi Brewer. And Samantha Reynolds scored 4 points basically towards the end of that quarter. Good to see her get on track. And 2 triples by Kelsey Kaiser back-to-back gave her 6. And Allie Stockton scored 2. Now, she went out during a quarter with an injury. She's back in the game.
As the steal passes ahead to Wiley, Brewer with a follow. Lexi Brewer with 12 second half points. Now with 15. Martis will launch a long 3. Following in by number 31 for Xenia.
Well, we don't know who she is, but she's got 3 points.
Lexi Brewers. Stockton's been the star in the first half and Brewer in the second half. All around a good effort for the Yellow Jackets is the double dribble, that time by Brewer.
But like I said, freshman still, she plays fast. I think her biggest problem is sometimes maybe how can she slow it down when it's not there. I'd rather try to tone it down than try to crank it up. So
yeah,
again, nice little weapon to have as a freshman guard leading your offense.
Shot off the markers. Brewer comes up. It's good to have that extra gear to speed up to. Most people don't have that. And
that's what I mean. I'd rather tell people slow down, try to, because it's hard to make people faster. I think if you have the speed and you just need to be able to, put it in third gear once in a while. And sometimes slow was good too. Change of pace works. But even on the rebound, she got it and just whipped it out of there, drew the foul. Some girls will get it and hold it, and you end up with a jump ball.
She's been impressive so far. Stockton's been impressive. The whole team's been impressive.
Yeah, they've shot better here in the third quarter. Their poor shooting kind of kept maybe Xenia in the game in the first half. Right now, they're beginning to open it up.
In a 30-second timeout. Grand Lake Health presentation of NKTelco Sports is being brought to you by these sponsors: Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Ply Gem, Precision Strip, Schruderman Pharmacies, New Knoxville Supply, Fowler's TV, Seisch Schruderman Incorporated, Wilson Health, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Ferguson Construction. Our starting lineup sponsor, American Trim. Our keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Hope you're enjoying our replays brought to you by Winners Meats. Jeff and I will pick a player of the game sponsored by NKTelco. And on the First National Bank scoreboard, the Yellow Jackets up by 18.
Yeah, they've done so. Really opened it up here. A big third quarter, outscoring Xenia 24-14 by 10 points. And done so with just better shooting. Their defense continues to create turnovers against Xenia, and they've been able to capitalize and get some good looks and some good play. Good pass from Truesdale, good bucket by Brewer.
Good inbounds play, puts the lead at a game high 20. Stockton guarding Sherman will be called for the bump.
Just her first foul of the game, maybe her second foul.
Good to see that she's on the floor after sitting out a lot of that third quarter.
Double bonus for Xenia, so that'll be nice for them in the third quarter. They were 8 of 12, so that's kind of what helped them in offense, if you will. 8 made free throws as Sydney fouled them and got them on the foul line. It'll be in free throws, double bonus the rest of the game.
Kendall Sherman, a freshman, 5'8" freshman, leads the team in scoring at 8.3. Didn't start tonight.
Only has taken 1 shot from the field so far. That was way back in the first quarter. And these are her first free throws, so averaging just under 8.5 points a game. Has been held shut out here.
There's Reynolds with another rebound.
Boy, I don't keep track of them, but she's garnered a lot of them, and again, got it 4 points in the third quarter to kind of give her some offense.
Stockton with the tray. Allie Stockton.
Her first made 3-point basket of the season. She's her best 3-point shooter in the season, coming in at 37%. She'll pick up another foul here, but she came in 37%, which is a good number from 3-point range. 14 of 38. Makes her first on her third attempt tonight and picks up her third foul after that. And double bonus for Kendall Sherman.
Freshman will try to hit a pair here. And she hits the first one.
The first point of the night.
Kayla Harry into the game, replacing Truesdale. Six minutes to go. Looks like Sydney on their way to their 6th victory of the season. Rebound off the mark. Brewer with a rebound, pushing the tempo as always. And there's a steal, McManus. Stockton tried to steal it back. McManus picks up her dribble. McManus gets it back to the hoop. Brewer comes up with the rebound. Drives, gives it up. Wiley with the 3. Brewer gives it to Wiley to Stockton. Peary with the 3, or I'm sorry, a 15-footer. Reynolds with the rebound. Sydney loses it, back to Xenia. Wakefield gives it up to Sherman. Goes through Brewer's legs. McManus. Ball stolen away there. Wiley. Pass ahead to Brewer.
Nice bounce.
Reynolds in. Nice play. There was a fast break that they pushed it and made it happen.
Yeah, Wiley got the rebound and kind of just chucked it out in front of her point guard and said, go after it. And this is not the first time they've done that.
Sherman shot.
I mean, I think they've obviously practiced that. Or, you know, I can see that some of their practice drills are rebound, get it, pass ahead, and let your speed work for you, because they've got some quickness. And she threw it out there, and Brewer ran it down and threw an excellent bounce pass to Samantha Reynolds, who finished.
Sherman again on the line.
Struggling there, just now 1 of 5 here, all in this fourth quarter from the free throw line.
Bree Randall, another freshman. This some relatively young squad as well for Xenia, as having a tough season, but hopefully happier days are ahead for the Buccaneers. Sherman able to get that last one. Under 5 to go. Wiley on the wing. Reynolds. Drive to the hoop. Stockton a little short, but finishes with the follow, now with 25 points.
Got her own missed shot and battled her teammate. That probably is offensive.
No, it's still called blocking foul.
Thought maybe with the delay they were going to call a charge, but it'll put Xenia back on the line. Foul against Sydney's Michaela Hurry. Again, bang, bang play. And
Bree Randall will shoot too, as you see Coach Jamal Foster just trying to get an explanation for that from the referee. And, you know, up by 25, you're not going to get too excited, but just want to make sure what the referee saw. And sometimes as a coach, you learn something from the referee. What they see, you don't always see as a coach. And maybe there's something a little bit different that the player can do the next time. Hurry comes up with the rebound. Reynolds on the wing looking for a teammate to Stockton. One thing, the second half, the half-court offense has been better for Sydney.
Yeah, and they've been making shots, but they've had some nice passing, some good ball movement, some good spacing. It's just been a better flow. That first half, you know, all the shots, maybe, you know, with offensive rebounding, you're not really in a flow. You just keep shooting it back up and in from close range and being challenged. But they've had some good looks today, but they've also began to hit the outside shots. So it's opened it up a little bit for the inside. And they've really played much better offensively.
Kaiser with the tray, rolls around and in for Kelsey Kaiser.
That is an aggressive play. She did a little shake and bake. She did a step back. That's a lot more difficult than what she made it look. And got a shooter's touch. Good answer there by Martis.
Bryn Martis.
Her 8th point.
Answers. Cassidy Truesdale too strong. Rebound in a travel there by Xenia, as Camilla Baker lost her footing on the rebound.
You know, some of these shots maybe are a little wild right there. Truesdale kind of ran out of room, but, you know, again, I'd rather try to tone it down than force them to go, because if you're stagnant on offense, the defense looks superior. If you force them to move and make plays and can pass, and there's a bad where she drove in, but Kaiser didn't move to the opening and made it an over-the-top pass, and those are hard, but that's one of the few times they haven't spaced themselves well. But if you can move the ball and go at the bucket, you're going to force the defense either to move, and that'll create openings, or stand still and you'll be able to drive to the basket. I mean, it's hard to explain, but Sydney's been kind of green light. You know, we'll maybe throw it away once or twice, but more times than not, we're going to come up successful.
Randall shot too strong. Wiley comes up with a rebound. Peyton across the timeline. Taken all the way to the hoop and in. Nice pass to Reynolds for the basket.
Again, that wasn't even Brewer. That was Wiley, a 5'5" sophomore. She went full bore. I thought she was going for the layup, and defense slid over just enough. She threw a beautiful bounce pass, and Reynolds finishes.
Autumn Henley into the game, number 1.
She's one of the 3 seniors on the squad for Coach Foster.
Samantha Reynolds with 8 points, and as Jeff said, a ton of rebounds. Not able to get the rebound. Is going to go all the way on the Xenia side. It's Baker with the basketball. Almost a double dribble there. McManus. 3 by Martis is short. Randall to the hoop, and she will draw a foul on Autumn Henley.
2 more free throws coming up for the Buccaneers. Bree Randall hit 1 of 2 at her last time to the foul line for her first point of the game.
Sydney will be back in action on Saturday. Saturday afternoon, they will play at Troy. That'll be a big matchup. Troy with a pretty good squad. Overall 4-3 on this season. Is into the game number 13. One of the other seniors, number Caitlin Van Sant. She was in briefly earlier. Rebound by Hurry. Up ahead, Kaiser can't hit the three. Van Zant comes up with a rebound. Coach Foster will call a timeout.
He only has Foles left.
So check that. They didn't call a timeout. They called a foul. So it'll stay here with 2:50 to go. Sidney on the going ahead after that game at Sidney. They play at Troy on Saturday. They play Monday the 30th against West Carrollton. And I'll wrap up the decade 2019 as Van Sant with a free throw. Seniors on the board. Caitlin, 5'7" senior, misses the second one. And that will go back to Sidney as Randall stepped on the sideline. Xenia is back in action next. Also on Saturday at Greenville. A lot of the games in the Miami Valley League for girls at Wednesday and Saturday. Shot up off the mark. And it'll go over to Xenia. In the game, Kelly Hatfield, number 23 for Xenia. Xenia will end tonight in search of their first victory yet, but they had some good stretches at first, especially in the first half.
Yeah, they hung in there and had some good looks and made some nice shots, but just too many turnovers. And when you start facing a City team that basically, I think, just began to wear down.
Van Zant with the basket. Caitlin Van Zant knocks down the jumper to give the Yellow Jackets 70 on the night.
The first points of the game, or the season, I should say. It's a huge second half. They had 27 at halftime, so they've really poured it on here in the second half offensively.
Just the second time Sidney has hit 70. They hit 70 against Fairborn back in December 4th, a 70-65 win, as Truesdale now has the season high for the Yellow Jackets at 72. Again, this was an 8-point game at halftime.
Yeah, 27-19 and a 24-point third quarter, and they've added on to it here to a 21-point fourth quarter so far.
Yeah, so far the Yellow Jackets have scored 49, 46, 70, 49, 37, 46, and 51. So putting up some points.
Yeah, they averaged just under 50. This will bump that up to a little over 50, but they, you know, like Coach told us in the pregame with the keys of the game, that they want you to feel uncomfortable on offense, and their pressure has definitely wore down the Buccaneers offense and have created a lot of turnovers, and then they were successful finally in, let's say, creating points off those turnovers, and that led to, you know, maybe some more confidence with their shooting because they've shot much better here in the second half. And again, a very good offensive second half. Their defense has been pretty good, only getting up 21 second half points. So again, a lot of things working well for the Yellow Jackets.
Turnover will give it to Xenia. Yellow Jackets will go to 6-2 on this season. They'll also go to 4-1 in the Miami Valley League. Again, first year for the Miami Valley League. See, it was resurrected this year. Shot off the mark by Baker. 30-point lead for Sidney. Kaiser.
Well, Kaiser likes to, as a 5'4" junior, very capable of handling the ball as well, making some one-on-one moves.
Truesdale shot off the mark. Randall with a breakaway basket for the Buccaneers.
Her first field goal to go along with a couple free throws here in the fourth quarter. 4 points for Randall, 5'7" freshman.
The thing I've noticed tonight, Sidney has a lot of ball handlers. Of course, you have Brewer handling it, Stockton, but Kaiser can, Truesdale can. Van Zant with another attempt.
And they have girls that play aggressive. I mean, sometimes you may have the ball handler and everyone else just kind of follows another basket by the freshman. But they have had a number of girls that we've seen take it down and go to the basket, not just dribble it up like this, but be creative and force the defense to make a play. And when they do, they've been able to pass and hit an open receiver or open player.
Truesdale. Hard to believe this team was 0-23 last year, and
6 wins already here this first quarter of the season.
Shot up and in by XENIA. 72-48. Kaiser Jr. walk it up. They'll probably dribble it out here. The Sidney Yellow Jackets earn the victory as they blow it open in the second half, as they score 45 points in the second half, and they defeat XENIA on our First National Bank scoreboard 72-48. We'll be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Plygem Residential Solutions is part of Cornerstone Building Brands, North America's largest manufacturer of exterior building products, and the success of our company is directly related to the contributions of our employees. We are currently looking for machine operators, maintenance technicians, forklift operators, and more to join our growing team at our facility in Sidney, Ohio. Plygem offers competitive pay, a full benefits package, as well as opportunities for bonus pay and long-term advancement. Become a part of our strong foundation.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos system takes the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
Hope you enjoyed Grand Length Health's presentation of NKTelco Sports as the Sidney Yellow Jackets roll and defeat the XENIA Buccaneers by 24 with the final numbers. Mr. Jeff Henshin.
Well, much better job by the Yellow Jackets in the second half. They take an 8-point lead and blow it open for the big win tonight. For the game, XENIA shoots overall there 16 of 53 from the floor. Sidney 26 of 77. They got off 77 shots, made 34% of them. Of those, 7 of 18 from three-point range for 39%. So pretty good numbers from three-point range. Free throws as well. 16 of 26 for 62% for Sidney. XENIA just 14 of 30, and that's part of their Achilles heel. That's right at their season average of 47% from the foul line. The rebounding margin in favor of Sidney, 54 to 41, and Sidney pulled down a host of those were offensive rebounds, and they converted some of them, and finally in the second half into some points. And the turnovers again, just too many for XENIA. Sidney Yellow Jackets defense creates 25 and just 11 miscues for the Yellow Jackets. So those all kind of add up to a dominating performance, mainly in the second half, but they outscore XENIA with 45 points and 29 for XENIA. So a big second half. Scoring for XENIA, they had no one in double figures. Their leading scorer was Reagan Wakefield with 9. 8 from Camilla Baker, and 8 from Brianna Martis to lead them for their total of 48 for Sidney. Leading scorer for them in the game was Allie Stockton with 25, 17 from her classmate Lexi Brewer, 9 points from Kelsey Kaiser on 3 triples, 8 points from Samantha Reynolds, all in the second half, had a number of offensive and defensive rebounds as well. 5 points from Peyton Wiley, 4 from Cassidy Truesdale, 3 from Caitlin Van Zett, 1 from Hallie Truesdale, for their total of 72 points, or most points this season.
Yellow Jackets go to 6-2 on the season, 4-1 in the league as Xenia falls to 0-6. You know, Jeff, first time for both of us to see this Sidney team, and we heard some good things about their freshmen and overall the team, and they did not disappoint. Very good, of course, Brewer and Stockton good, but a very good effort all the way along for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, they did, and as their coach mentioned, he basically said how they would play. They played aggressive, they pushed the ball, they did everything that we kind of expected. Didn't maybe take advantage of the opportunities in the first half, but boy, they definitely defended well. They made the offense uncomfortable. They pushed the tempo. Mentioned the ball handling. They just didn't walk it up. They pushed, yeah, they maybe threw it away or took a bad shot here and there, but more times than not, that aggressiveness paid off. But yet on offense, they were still patient at times and worked around and got some good looks. But you know, a couple of freshmen that can take the ball to the basket, and that forces defense to make decisions. And when they do, they're good enough to throw bounce past the open players and make for easier shots. So job well done, Coach Foster. His team pretty exciting to play, a lot of energy, and an exciting game. And Xenia, you know, hung in there for a while. It was, even though it turned out to be a blowout, it was still some energy on both sides of the ball. Both teams had players going at it.
Our player of the game tonight, our freshman, Allie Stockton, with a huge night with 25 points.
18 of those in the first half, but does finish with 7. Spent some time on the bench in the third quarter with a minor injury, but nice to see her come back and finish the game. But Allie Stockton, number 23, with 25 points. Job well done. We saw her score, and we also saw her on defense create steals and intercept passes, and was part of that good team defense. Congratulations to Allie Stockton, the player of the game.
Sponsored by NKTelco. Well, that'll wrap up from here. For our director, Scott Robinson, assisted by Ian Bolheimer and Nolan Emerson on camera. Jacob Johns, Kyle Prenger, and Wes Temple. For my partner, Jeff Henshin, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.